Hey guys, this is a quick video about depth jumps, one of the best exercises to help you jump higher. A depth jump involves taking off from a point above the ground, hitting the floor and rebounding into a jump for maximum height. You're working on the elasticity of the muscle and something called vertical stiffness. The depth jump works on your ability to react off a surface in the same way that a golf ball can rebound really well off the floor, unlike, say, a 1 kilo javelin ball. There are quite high forces involved in this movement, and a lot of coaches insist that you're able to squat 1.5 times your body weight before trying these. If you look at the relationship between drop height and speed reached when landing, you can see that even for a 30 centimeter depth jump, you're going about 9 kilometers an hour, which increases to 12.4 from 60 centimeters. Energy at impact is linear, so would double from 30 to 60 centimeters. Forces are actually higher than that because you aren't just landing, you're looking to change direction and explode up. An exercise to prepare yourself for depth jumps would be a drop jump or shock jump, which involves sticking the landing from the initial fall. What you don't want to do is to have a depth jump that looks like a shock jump followed by a standing jump. You want to be reactive off the surface so it looks like one smooth motion. In the Vertical Jump Bible, the author talks about a maximum ground contact time of 0.5 seconds and ideally around 0.2 seconds. Here are 2 jumps, see if you can spot the difference. So the first one was a 0.3 second ground contact time and the second one was 0.5 seconds. If I play them again side by side in slow motion, you can see a deeper knee bend in the second one, meaning I spend longer on the floor. Some say your heels shouldn't touch the floor during the jump, and that's because it's an indication that your ground contact time is longer and possibly invalid. When programming these in a workout, you want to find a height that maximizes your vert in the jump phase. It's not a case that the higher the box, the better your jump, because at some point you won't be able to handle the forces involved. To find your best box height, you would do a thorough warm-up and then do several counter movement jumps from the floor to establish a max vert. Then you'd set up a box around 20 or 30 centimeters and perform several depth jumps off that, recording your best height. Then you'd repeat by adding 10 to 15 centimeters every few attempts until you get a picture of what your jumps look like. Note that your landing should be the same horizontal distance from takeoff as it is vertical, so imagine a square with opposite corners. In this example, I improved on my counter movement jump when stepping off a 30 and 45 centimeter box, but not off 60 centimeters. That means I should be working with around 40 centimeter boxes when I do depth jumps. In terms of sets and reps, for an intermediate athlete, doing up to 25 depth jumps in a session is a good target, repeated every 5 to 7 days. Could be anything from 3 sets of 6 to 5 sets of 5. This is really taxing on your central nervous system, your CNS, and it can take up to 4 times as long to recover compared to your muscles. So this isn't an exercise that you should be doing multiple times in a week. For rest periods between jumps, one study found that after 10 to 15 seconds the subjects were able to reach the same height, but if you wanted to be sure you could extend that to 25 to 30 seconds per jump and then 2 to 3 minutes between sets. In general, the higher forces your body experiences, the more rest you'll need. In fact, the demand on your body is so high that coaches don't recommend doing these year-round, because while there might be a good initial performance boost, that will tail off as you continue to do them. That might be why doing a single jumps program gets such good results, but if you start doing back-to-back programs, you may not see much extra height gained. As it's such a demanding exercise, to get the most out of it, you should really focus on every single jump and not just go through the motions. Getting really fired up and giving 100% in a jump could be the difference between 0.3 second ground contact time and a 0.5 second one, and that will determine how effective they are at helping you jump higher. Thanks for watching. If I missed anything and you think other people would find it useful, then drop a comment below. Cheers.